I'm gonna try to start something new with these videos and vlogs and stuff like that. So took a little trip, wanted to film so bad. So bear with me, this is the first time I'm ever doing this. I'm gonna give you guys like a review, the best review I could. I'm gonna be doing this fairly often, you know, when I take my little trips, I'll go somewhere, I'll rent a car from Turo or wherever I rent it from. We're gonna do a little review on it. So this is what I got right here. Come on, let's go. Where is it though? Don't worry, we're going to it. So here it is, my 2021 Alfa Romeo Guilia rental car. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and back to the vlog. It's Mike from Slow Speed, well, another vlog, pardon me. I'm gonna be doing something a tad bit different like I said before. Now, Turo is not paying me and they are a great platform to get the chance to experience different cars, whether it be fast, slow, nice, ugly, just a little bit different from something that you would get from Enterprise. If you guys think you'll be interested in this, definitely like this video so it gains some traction and we get more and more videos out there. I gotta take more and more trips. And then I think it'll be fun. I really think it would really be fun. There are a lot of cars out there that look pretty good. They feel pretty good. They sound really good over the internet, or if you take it for a quick test drive or something like that. However, when you own them for a couple of days or you put a couple miles on them, you start to realize different things about them. The main reason I decided to pick this car up is because it's kind of similar to the 3 Series in my opinion. Well, so I've thought. Same size, same weight, not like the same power, I guess you'd say, as the 330. It has the 2-liter turbocharged motor, single turbo. If you guys look right here, I'll show you. Now, at the end of the day, when it all boils down to it, this is a Chrysler product. It's not as bad as the Maseratis where you get inside and it has the headlight switches and everything like that as a Chrysler. But there are some key things that can get very, very annoying and make this car seem a lot cheaper than it really is. And initially when booking this Alfa Romeo, I did it because it looks. This thing looks freaking sharp, and I got the red color so it pops and stands out a little bit more. This car was also easy to attain because it was free airport pickup, unlike the other ones that I really wanted to get, like an RS7, SQ5, and BMW 650i. This one I can get from the airport for free. I didn't have to travel very, very far. I did not realize how big Houston was. But yeah, this car is pretty dope. It looks sick. It just looks like something different. Nothing on the road. Some may say it has a little bit of a soft front, but I kind of like it. You kind of have to vision cars these days a little bit lowered with a front lip and wheel spacers, because that's like what will transform this thing. I obviously cleaned up the paint a bit, but other than that, I think the car's pretty dope. It has like a smart-ish, Frenchish looking face, if you ask me. Just something that you really don't see, honestly. And these days when everybody's going crazy with the grills, we're daring but not that daring, that don't look too crazy. Going around the side, same thing. I think this car is really freaking sharp. I love the way it looks. I don't think it's as sharp as an Audi A4. It's a little bubbly like a C300, and yeah, man, you see it got that fat back on there, man. Looks and handling are the positive things, the pros on this car. The cons are pretty much everything else. It has the power, don't get me wrong, it does have the power in that 2-liter turbocharged, but the throttle is so freaking laggy, it's not even funny. Now, we'll have to give credit where credit is due. This is a base model one. There's a Sport and there's a Quadrifoglio, which I hope the Quadrifoglio is a lot better. The Sport, I don't see it being as much better than this, just because, I don't know, it just seems more aesthetic than anything. You do get paddle shifters and things like that. However, this car, I would not say you need it at all. Now, a while back, I did test drive a Giulia TI, which is the one with the paddle shifters and stuff like that, and I love the way the transmission shifts, but the throttle response is terrible. I'm not exactly sure why Alfa Romeo do it. Damn, they get into accidents with this thing. It is sketchy and whew, a little scary. The car, you could tell, is a little bit cheaply made. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Doors and stuff like that, I mean, it doesn't feel anywhere near the German quality at all. Not the Sport or the Quadrifoglio, so you don't get stuff like the nice leather dash and stuff like that. It looks terribly cheap in here. However, I'm comparing it to like a 330 or an A4 or a C300, which is like the bare minimum that you would get out of those cars. Seeing that this car is kind of sort of similarly priced, so yeah, hopefully there is some sort of fix for the laggy throttle response, because I'm telling you, that is a deal breaker right there. Initial thoughts when sitting inside the car is it looks freaking nice. This is a dope place to be. Everything is placed in a decent space. A little bit things take a time to get adjusted to, like the stop start button on the car. You can see right here, took me a while because the stop start button is right here, kind of like Ferrari, some type of Italian type of thing. You can tell right here, they remind you this car is an Italian brand. That's where you got the Italian flag or the Italian colors right here. Radio buttons down here, just like your little iDrive controller type thingy right here. This is where you put your car in sport, comfort, e-brake, and a similar looking gear shifter to the BMWs. They operate kind of the same as well. Climate controls and Navi cluster wheel. Pretty simple, but like I was saying, this is the base model, but compared to other cars, this looks very, very, very cheap. This ain't even look like some kind of real wood, even though I didn't expect it to be. It's like a plastic. Another thing, stop start right here could be a little bit annoying because it's headlight stuff and then it's just stop start and parking distance thing in like the middle of nowhere. I don't know why Alfa Romeo put these freaking stalks so far back. It's weird. This is how I would have to switch signals. So this is my regular hand. Let's say for instance I'm turning, it's literally right on the tip, which I'm not used to. I'm used to kind of closer to the head. I didn't think that stuff was very important to me until I drove this car, which is surprisingly. Now starting it up, you know, put your foot on the brake, gas. You have the nice little sweeping dash clusters and everything like that. Car looks pretty good. It kind of reminds me of an Audi a little bit with this stuff right here. Definitely not as high quality as it, but it's pretty close in my opinion. This thing right here, they do make a bigger version of the screen. However, it would be super dope to see Alfa Romeo make one of those non-necessarily square screens and utilize all of this space right here. I'm telling you, if they do that, if Alfa does that, utilize this whole section right here, I think this car would be freaking dope. That is very confusing to get into. I don't even want to get into it. The infotainment system, I'll scroll through a little bit. It's not as fast and responsive as you would expect. And the knob, I mean, it makes a little bit more sense. However, these widget things really, really get on my nerves. I would just plug CarPlay up in this, set and forget it. This thing is similar to BMW. Doesn't allow anything but one movement. So if you want to go into drive, you have to just press and hold and then push down one. Now reverse would be press and hold and push down one, push up one. But now let's say you want to go from drive to neutral. You just do the same exact thing. You push up one, however, you just don't press back on the handle and it's in neutral. You cannot put it in reverse unless you put your finger on the back. Another thing that was shockingly odd, there's no way you could put the transmission and sport separately, kind of like the BMW stock. This is manual. Now I want to test if it does the BMW thing where you stick it to the side and you press P. It does. It does a little bit faster, but hey, still the same thing at the end of the day. Yeah guys, so I hate to say it, the interior looks really nice until you start touching and feeling stuff. Obvious, seats aren't that bad, they're pretty comfortable, but this infotainment stuff and the dash is just very clunky. It doesn't feel exactly refined. I gotta check the price on these cars because I wouldn't pay 40 grand for this. I see this car being in like the high 20s. I'd probably buy it, just kind of blend it with like an Altima, something like that. This car does not fit the BMW and things like that, which I got a little bit disappointed because I have watched a couple reviews on this car and I got my hopes pretty high up because I thought this car was greater than it was. But hey, this is just my opinion, guys. We're off. Get out of here. So let's get up out of here and give you guys a driving review. You know, I feel like nowadays everybody just rushes to get the newest tech in their cars and everything looks pretty similar. You know, I can't tell the difference between a Civic and a freaking Corolla these days. It's insane. Everything just looks so bland and just has the same tech in it. Gone are the days where they decided to make their cars look a lot different. But Alfa did that. Alfa Romeo made their car look tremendously different from the competition, which that's not even a competition, but they do it. It's when you really crank this sucker up and you try to maneuver is when you realize it's not what you think it is. No turbo sound at all, but it means completely stock. Pretty sure if you take off the downpipes or add an intake or something like that, you'll really hear turbo sounds. Not sure like maximum PSI or horsepower and torque of this car. I would assume it's comparable to like the 330s though, I'm gonna be honest with you. Take this thing on a little run, boy. See what we got, boy. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Texas is it's a little different, man. It's a little different. Y'all nice out here, though. I'll give you guys that. You guys are real nice, but y'all a little different, man. One thing I like about down here, too, it's just not in New York. One thing I like about anywhere you go besides New York, you don't just get flooded with, like, Beamers or, like, luxury nice cars. It's like a huge rat race in New York. Everybody always wants to have the best looking thing, even if it runs like complete shit. People will drive it. They'll have like 30-year-old freaking Benzes and Beamers falling apart just to say they got one. You don't see that a lot down here. You do see a lot of nice cars, but you see normal cars too. You know, when you see Beamers down here or, you know, luxury cars down here, they kind of hold more weight, in my opinion. Yeah. Let me make a U. I don't know if I'm going the right way, but yeah, one of the number one things, like I said before, is the power delivery. It just sucks, like the throttle response. So I have the car in normal right now. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but I'm gonna floor it, right? It's like it takes forever, and that's normal. I'm put it in dynamic. It's already in the gear that I needed to be in. I'm gonna punch it. I still had time. Whoa, almost ran a light, but I still had time. I could count like 2 or 3 Mississippis before the thing actually freaking takes off. Look at that, like, whew. I'll tell you that though. The trans still shifts pretty damn aggressive. Let me make a U-turn. I'm in like the city area, so I think I'm gonna have to make a U. It's like 70% there. It just needs a little bit more. It's like 60%. This car is like 60% there, but it just needs a little bit more refinement, in my opinion, yo. Like, it's just not, it's not fully there, yo. And I think part of that is because, like, Chrysler's building these things. I feel like if Chrysler wasn't building these things, they wouldn't be like they are, you know. I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. I feel as though give a different company, like kind of like Toyota, right? The vision that Toyota's having, the way that they're going, everything's eco-friendly. You know, I think they needed to step in and let BMW take over. Did he just turn from the middle lane? I swear it's crazy. I think they needed BMW to add some spice into it, and that's why they did what they did. I don't think the Supra would be anything. Let's go. Took a little while to build boost, but that second gear shifting, yo, even third, it snaps, yo. Woo. It reminds me of Audi's transmission. Woo, okay, whoa, we're going fast, huh? Whoa, that was pretty quick for what we were doing. I mean, for where we were at. Let me slow it down a bit. It handles damn good when it's doing what you're planning to do, you know? Like if you're going around a left curve or a right curve or hugging the corners and stuff like that, it does pretty damn good. It's when you try to make evasive maneuvers is where you really upset these things. And I mean, I expect it to be upsetting. Like I expected the chassis to, you know, be taken by surprise, but it's kind of almost sketchy. I feel like you're gonna crash, lose control a little bit, you know? BMW's just not like that. You know, you could really upset the chassis, do like evasive maneuvers if somebody's about to hit you, and it'll fare well. I'll bust a U right here and go back down. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about, but I can't because I don't want to risk anyone. It's like life if this thing loses control. But yo, the power is there. The power is definitely there. The handling is there. The handle is there, like the initial, I think it has something to do like weight transfer, because the initial turn in is good. It's when you try to turn back out of the initial turn, it's like, oh, the chassis just don't like it. I know I'd be like really negative on this car, but it handles pretty good. And I think it's just because my expectations were what they were. Steering's pretty good. I mean, electronic steering is electronic steering. There's no type of feedback at all. But then again, in a 330, I don't think there's any type of feedback either. Is St. James it? No, St. James is not where it's at. I forgot the name of the street. Here it is. Guys are out of town and you're looking to rent a car, or if you're in the market and you want to buy and replace your car, just remember, if you're coming from a BMW, do not expect performance out of this thing. If you're coming from a Toyota Camry or a Honda Civic or a Nissan Altima, something like that, this car will feel like a great car to you. It is very, very performance oriented in that nature. A Mercedes AMG performance model or a Audi S model, I don't think this is the car for you. I hope you guys take this review fairly lightly. This is my first one, so like I said, like down below if you guys want to see more reviews like this. Oh, I feel fat. Yeah, that's good. Had to get a thumbnail. But yeah, man, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. You think I'm bugging? You think I'm being a little too harsh? Sorry about that dog, but you think I'm being a little too harsh on this car? What do you think? So guys, I have a couple other cars on the list that I want to test drive and, you know, film for you guys. Like I said, these are all cars that I would want to buy, but for the money, I'd much rather buy something else, so I probably never own them in life. So I would just rent them and tell you guys what I think about them. All right, guys, Mike from Slow Speed. Hope you guys like this video. Peace out. Somebody's Scat Pack about to get totaled. There we go. This nigga look like the baby. Got Teslas running towards me. Woo! Food is hot. Yo, I should have got a Tesla. That thing looks nice. And it's quiet. Damn, he out. I could do that too. Sport mode. We about to be out. Food in my hand. Let's go. I gotta make dramatic sounds because I don't know how to turn traction. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Little quick intermediate thing, or I don't know, a break in the video because you guys are probably tired of me talking by now. This is where people normally promote all this stuff, like, you know, buy a t-shirt here, sign up for there, all that stuff like that. I don't have any of that right now. I will tell you, I will promote this food down here because it's pretty good. This is a hibachi, I don't know, basically chicken and rice, but hibachi style with some eggs and rice. With yum yum sauce. It's pretty good. C63. Look at that C63. Ooh, let me see the camera. Sexy. Sexy. Let me in shop so you can see that. Beautiful, beautiful. Still want to try some of them crawfish. I had some like crawfish rice. It was pretty good. The seafood spot is still #1, but that crack sauce is just too much. You can't have too much of it. But yeah, so I'll give you my little update, man. I gotta eat too. Back to the video.